السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام.
How are you everybody?
Good.
الحمد لله.
الحمد
الحمد
لله.
لله.
I have to wait about 3 to 4 minutes till the others join. Assalamu alaikum everybody. This is our seventh session. And what do you think the topic of today will be?
Writing or reading?
No,
Speaking.
no,
Grammar?
listening. Will be listening. Okay. Do you think that this task or this paper makes or is challenging for anyone? Or do you think that this paper is a difficult one?
No.
Why? Because of what? I'm good at listening. I can answer the questions very professionally. I'm all accustomed to any accent. I can Yes, the multiple matching will be next session, inshallah. The multiple matching will be next session, inshallah. Right? So today, inshallah, we'll be listening. And as I told you, do you think that the listening paper is easy because you are really accustomed to different accents and you can understand them very easily? You are aware of the strategies of answering the different questions. Okay, do you think that the listening will be something like asking about your name, asking about the time, asking about the place? Okay, there are lots of sub skills in the listening paper you have to be aware of in order to answer the paper very professionally and get the full mark. Okay, so today, inshallah, we are going to be aware and accustomed to the different tasks and the subtasks that we have to know about the listening paper in both Oxford and Cambridge. So let's go together.
Sister, I have a question.
Can you raise your voice, please?
Okay. So, like, what is the difference between English
Excuse
language
me.
and literature?
I hardly hear you. I can hardly hear you. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
What's the difference between English
I
language and
can
literature?
hardly hear you. Try to fix the microphone from your side and start ask your question. So now I'm going to start with this topic, Mastering the ESL Listening Exam, a strategic guide to full marks. A strategic guide to full marks. As you can see, guys, this is actually for Cambridge 0511 and Oxford 9280. طيب, before we go through the theoretical part of these two papers, I would like to show you these papers. Let me show you the different papers of Oxford and Cambridge. And we will go together quickly through each one of them. Okay, this is the one for Oxford. This is the one for Oxford, and I think it's very easy to understand from the very beginning. This is the your details or the candidate's details, all right? And it's actually very easy to fill in all these things, as you all know. Let's go together to the instructions and the marks here. The marks task 1, task 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. The instructions, I think we've read this before. Let's go exactly to the questions. The first task in Oxford paper is just very short conversations, very short conversations. As you go further in the test, the conversations or the audios go longer. The audios go longer as you go further in the test. All right. So as the first task, the audio is very short. All right, and very easy. You have here 6 questions, 011 and 012. For each recording, the first recording, right? Well, you will have to answer the first 2 questions using or when you are listening to the first audio. The other 2 questions, 21 and 22, also with one audio. The other questions, 31, 32, another audio. So how many audios do we have till now? 3 audios, right? The last question, 41 and 42. So for each audio, you have to answer two questions. For each audio, you have to answer two questions. All right. So we have 8 questions and 4 audios. The next task, task 2, you have to fill in with one sentence or sorry, not one sentence, one word, or at least 3 words. All right. You will hear each statement twice. Actually, guys, you will hear the audios twice. Each audio will be played twice. Each audio will be played twice. All right. This is another part of the text, another part of the test that you have to listen carefully to in order to get the answers. Actually, no complete sentences needed to be written in this part of the test. So let's move on to the other one. Here we need to fill in the gaps, all right, with 1 or 2 words maximum. All right, this is number 2 or task number 3. Okay, let's move on to task number 4. Also, this is an interview between Akeko, يعني was the name is Takahashi, yeah, about her job as a sound recorder. You will hear each statement twice. This question will be played twice, and the audio, this question or this part will be played twice. Then you have to answer. Also, do not give a full sentence. All these questions are okay. The last task is something like that. According to Polena, what services are provided by the RFDS? Okay, so you have to choose. Here you have to write some explanations about the equal access. What does this mean? All right, explain in your own words. Equal access to medical care. Okay, here also you have to write something or write some notes in each part of the of this table. All right, and choose, and this is the end of questions. All right, so actually guys, we have 21 questions with 40 marks. Okay, some questions, as you can see, out of 2 marks, and some other questions out of 3, but I think in this yeah, this is 3. All right, 3 marks for this question. So you have to, and this is also another 1 out of 3 marks. So you have to be aware actually of how you are going to answer the full test without making any mistakes. All right, it's very important. So let's go exactly to the Cambridge test. Yes, Judy. Yeah, you raised your hand, Judy. Judy? Okay. This is actually the latest one or the latest test for Cambridge 0511. All right, this is paper number 2, variant 1. Okay, and it's approximately 50 minutes, including 6 minutes transfer time. Transfer time is the time when you finish the test and you revise all your answers, and you revise all the let's say the spelling and the grammar and everything. All right, so actually here this is the paper of for Cambridge. Also, question one here is out of 1 question and 4 photos. So you have to listen twice to the recording and then choose the correct photo. All right, you have to listen twice to the audio and then choose the best or the correct photo for each one of them. So how many questions do we have here? We have 8 questions with 8 records. 8 questions with 8 records, all the same, all the same length and the same technique you have to follow in order to get the full answer or the correct answer. In order to get the correct answer, you have to follow the same technique for each of the 8 short recordings. These are 8 short recordings. Okay يا شباب. This is exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, you will hear 5 short recordings for each question. Choose the correct answer, A, B, C. You will hear the recording twice. You will hear 2 friends discussing. Here you have to answer 2 questions with 1 audio. 2 questions, questions 9 and 10. Listen to the same audio and answer questions 9 and 10. The same thing with questions 11 and 12. All right. And after that, questions 13, 14. Then questions 15, 16. Then questions 17, 18. All right. By the end of question 18, we or we come to the end of exercise number 2. Let's move on to exercise number 3. Okay, this is exercise number 3. You will hear John Markney, who is an expert on insects, giving a talk about bees. This recording is a bit longer than the previous ones. You have to listen to the recording, all right? And as you go further in the in listening, answer the questions, because these questions will come in order as they come, or their answers will be in order as well in the recording, right? So no need to skip one question because this one is not mentioned. If you can't answer one of these questions as the recording goes by, know that you have already missed the answer. You didn't listen carefully to the answer, so you will miss one, or 1 mark is lost. All right. So while you are listening, make sure that you answer, or you take the correct box. You take the correct box as it goes by. All right. So by the end of question 26, then you come to the end of exercise number 3. Let's move on to the next part, right? Which most students for Cambridge, or the Cambridge candidates, think it is the most difficult. This is the multiple. Yes, Judy. Judy Khalid.
Yes, Mister, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah,
Sorry about anything. Yeah, so
no problem.
what is the difference between English literature and English language?
Again,
What is the difference between English literature and language?
reference. What do you mean by reference between English language and the English literature? What do you mean by that?
Like what is that, and what does this consist, and what does that consist?
In which board?
In Edexcel.
In Edexcel. I'm not actually explaining Edexcel. Are you going to join Edexcel?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because that's the one that my school provides.
Excuse me?
Because that's the one that my school provides.
Uh-huh.
What
Right.
about Cambridge? What about Cambridge?
Yeah, Cambridge is actually language, is not literature. Oxford is language, is not literature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Edexcel is the most complicated, and from my side, I don't like to recommend it for anyone, especially at this stage. You need marks, you need stars, right?
Yeah.
And the easiest one to get marks is Oxford. Number 2,
AQA? Oxford
yes,
AQA?
yeah, Oxford AQA. If you need a star, you must register for Oxford AQA.
That's
Number
for all
2,
subjects, or only in
number
English?
2, sorry, English.
Oh, okay.
English, okay?
Yeah.
I mean English. I'm talking about English.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'm
this is
just
for
kidding.
all the students. Yeah, شباب. when you listen to me from the very beginning, I recommended Oxford AQA as this board is the easiest and you can get the star easily. Okay? The effort you exert in studying Edexcel and, for example, and Oxford is uncomparable. Uncomparable. Okay? Because Edexcel is let's say more complicated, and it contains literature, and beside that you have to for example, in the listening paper we are actually studying today or explaining today the listening paper in Oxford and Cambridge, right? The accents of the speakers in Edexcel are way harder, difficult than Oxford and Cambridge. You will suffer a lot in just recognizing the accent, especially in the questions or in the late questions at the end of the last 2 or 3 questions in the test will be the most or the hardest in the test. And I haven't seen any student who get the full mark in these 3 last questions in Edexcel. Because of the accent, because of the questions, right? I recommend you Oxford AQA or Cambridge. But if this is your school's recommendation, go with it. Go with
Okay.
it. All right.
Okay. What about Mr. if there's no preparation for it? Shouldn't I go with it? In my school.
Actually, all the preparations in English here are for the Oxford and
Cambridge?
Cambridge. But if you
Yeah.
need any preparations for Edexcel, all right, you can send a message to the administrative group of our academy, all right, and they will tell us, and after that we will tell you when the times if you are really interested in preparation for this board.
Who should I
Okay.
ask again? Sorry, the engineer Muhammad Ghanem?
Yes.
who?
Yeah. Send a message to him and he will prepare the matter with us. Right?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Thank you.
We are going now, or we are moving now to exercise number 4, okay, which most students think that it is the most difficult, all right? But there are keys to answer. There are some strategies to follow in order to answer this question, all right? So actually, this one will be given single session, inshallah, or another session in order to explain how to answer this one. All right. In this question, there are some sentences here. All right. And in these sentences, there are 6 speakers. There will be 6 speakers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 speakers. And these 6 speakers, in their talk, there is one of these statements included. So which speaker has already mentioned that it is not popular with friends? Which speaker? So we have to know, for example, statement A mentioned by speaker number 3. So we have to write here A. So speaker 3, A. For example, and I'm not giving you the correct answer, but just this is for example. So you have to listen carefully to the audios, all right? They will be separate, by the way. They will be separate, by the way. Speaker 1, then speaker 2, then speaker 3, then speaker 4, and so on till speaker 6. All right? So the last question, exercise number 5, also a more or a longer a longer audio with questions, with 6 questions or 7 questions, all right? With 7 questions from 33 to 40. In Cambridge, يا شباب, the marks are distributed 1 for each question. 1 for each question. Habiba, this question is confusing for me. Can you please explain how to answer it briefly? Which question? The matching, multiple matching? You mean the multiple matching? Actually, an individual session will be devoted for this question, inshallah, single one. So I'm not going to go through the different techniques you have to follow in order to, by very quickly, you have to listen to the 6 speakers, right, and decide which one has included these statements by some other ways, have included these statements in their talk. All right, that's it. But the different strategies are okay, will be given and will be explained one by one in order to make it easy for you to answer such a question. All right, the last question in Cambridge will be something like that, a longer audio, and this audio will include inshallah the answer for the 7 questions from 33 to 40. So as I told you, ya shabab, as I told you, we have 40 questions, each with 1 mark, okay, in Cambridge. But for Oxford, we have 40 marks with 21 questions, because some questions are out of 2, others are out of 3, and so on. The second thing I need to let you know is to listen to part of the audios without having the question paper. Just listen to the audios, all right? First, we are going to listen to Cambridge.
Cambridge Assessment, International Education. Cambridge IGCSE, English as a Second Language. Paper 2, Listening. Exercise 1. You will hear 8 short.
Do you hear, ya shabab, the sound of the recording? Do you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, is it clear or is it clear?
It's clear, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Recordings. For each question, choose the correct answer, A, B, C, or D, and put a tick in the appropriate box. You will hear each recording twice. Question 1. What did the couple both like in the department store?
That new department store's great, isn't it? Might be a good place to look for a laptop.
My sister says she buys all her kids' clothes from there, and there are loads more of the latest novels than I'd expected too. I'll really enjoy reading this one I bought. Anyway, that tennis racket you got was a bargain. And my running shoes. Definitely the best place to go for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they've got a fantastic range of equipment for every activity. I preferred that section to the book section, actually.
Right.
What is the answer? What do you think the answer?
That new department...
D. D.
D.
B.
B. Are they going
B.
to buy some books?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It is
So do you think, sorry?
I think it's C because he mentioned laptop.
Listen again. Actually, some students do something like this. They are a bit confused because at the very beginning, they are not concentrating well which one will be the correct one. All right. So let's listen again.
department store's great, isn't it? Might be a good place to look for a laptop.
My sister says she buys all her kids' clothes from there, and there are loads more of the latest novels than I'd expected too. I'll really enjoy reading this one I bought. Anyway, that tennis racket you got was a bargain. And my running shoes. Definitely the best place to go for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they've got a fantastic range of equipment for every activity. I preferred that section to the book section, actually.
Right.
Huh?
B. B.
B.
Question
B.
2.
B. Because,
Which photo is
because
on
of
the
what?
cover of the man?
Huh? B is the answer, not D, not C. Huh? Why? Because the question, what did the couple both like? Like. They both like what? They both liked what? All right? They liked all the sports equipment here. All right? So this is the correct answer. This is part of the test of Cambridge. Let's listen to the first part of yeah. Oops, what's that? There is something technical, or there's a technical problem with this audio. What's wrong with this?
Sir,
Yes,
could you please open back the website that you
open it
opened?
from the website. It's just a file.
Okay.
It's just a file.
Mr.
Doesn't
Go
have like listening?
go back to the file and press extract all. It's at the top.
Again?
Extract all. It's at the top. No.
Extract.
Above it.
Okay, I will do it. Yeah, this is a zipped file.
Oxford AQA International GCSE English as a Second Language Paper 3 Listening Test June 2025. This is what you should do for each item. After the question number is announced, there will be a pause to allow you to read the instructions and questions. Listen carefully to the recording and read the questions again. Listen to the recording again and then answer the questions. When the next question is about to start, you will hear a bleep.
Actually, guys, these are the instructions before the test. And what is the difference between Oxford and Cambridge is that in Cambridge they give you free time at the end, okay, to revise what you have already written and transfer the papers to the invigilators. But in Oxford, they give you time at the beginning, 5 minutes at the beginning, to read all the questions. Before even the recording start. Okay, so this is the difference. So we have here 5 minutes without.
This year, I want.
Listen, ya shabab. The test starts now.
I'm having my birthday party at home this year.
Sir, we cannot hear anything.
No, it hasn't been played yet. It hasn't started. So it starts in seconds. Listen carefully because you will need to answer questions 011 and 012 for the first recording, as I told you before.
Sir, will you choose someone to answer?
Sir, I can't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. It will start right now.
The test starts
Excuse me,
now.
sir.
Number 1.
I'm having my birthday party at home this year. Last year, it was at an expensive restaurant in a hotel. This year, I want to have a barbecue. I'm going to have a summer holiday theme, so I want everyone to wear colourful clothes. No smart clothes.
Huh? Was that
Can I?
easy? Was
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
very easy. It's
Can
very
I
easy. Yeah, okay,
answer?
go on.
May I
Can I?
present? Can
Yeah,
I?
go on.
Okay. It is home.
Number 1, at home.
For the first question, yeah, at home.
Yeah, the
A.
second one.
Can I answer the second one?
The second one is colorful cloth, which is C.
Yes. Colorful cloth, which is C. All right. Okay. Do you think now, after having a quick look on both papers, listening for Cambridge and Oxford, which one do you think is the easiest?
Oxford QA.
Yes.
Oxford.
At the end, I explain both of them, and at the end, I leave the choice to be yours. It's your own choice. Even if you choose the Edexcel as who said that Edexcel will be her major, will be her choice at the end because her school. Yeah, whatever. So inshallah ya shabab, يعني whatever the board you are going to register for, if it is Oxford AQA or Cambridge or Edexcel, you have to exert effort. You have to exert much effort. As I told you, Oxford is the easiest, but do not be deceived by its being easy. Do not be deceived, because lots of students reckoned actually on their own professionality, and they said that this one or this board is very easy and no need to study, no need to answer, no need to practice. Okay, and during the examinations and when the results were released, they discovered that they got very low marks and they were not above B. They were not above B. To be honest, believe me, they did that. All right. So actually, whatever the board you are going to register for, you have to exert much effort. You have to exert much effort. Okay,
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. So my question was, what is the difference between English literature, the one that's not like compulsory, and English language?
For Edexcel.
Yeah, or Cambridge. Like the English literature is Edexcel.
The English literature is only with Edexcel.
Yeah.
No English literature with Cambridge and Oxford.
Yeah, but like, what's the difference between it and language? Not the board, like the exam. Like, how does it come up? The questions.
Right. Let me give you a full explanation later, inshallah. Okay? Because I need to explain the rest of the session regarding this listening task. All right? In order not to waste time or not to have much time in explaining such things with the others. All right? So guys, the most important thing I need you to know about Cambridge IGCSE 0511 and Oxford is the paper style in both of them, and the key features, question types. Examiners are testing what? So for the paper style, we have already seen both papers, and I think now you know the differences, or quickly you know the differences between both of them. We have here short in Cambridge, short or several short and long recordings. In Oxford, we have recordings become gradually more challenging. All right. The key features, recordings are played twice. Actually, in Oxford, the recordings are played twice as well. All right. So we have here clear focus on meaning, inference, and the speaker attitude. Also, the question types is multiple choice, matching, short answers, okay, and gap fill, MCQ sentences, completion, information transfer. Examiners are testing ability to predict answers, accurate note-taking, understanding paraphrase language, careful spelling and grammar, okay, understanding context, not just words, recording tone and intention, and also selecting relevant information only. All right. One of the main things I need you to know, all right, are the distractors. So here, the distractors. What do you mean by distractors? Can anybody tell me? What do you mean by distractors, ya shabab?
Things are included in that. Like,
again?
Sometimes they add distractors as opinions to other characters to make
No. The distractors are something different from what you are saying. These are the distractors. The choices are the distractors. In these three choices, we have only one correct answer. So the other two answers are distractors. Actually here, A, B, C, D, there is only one answer, which is correct. The other three are distractors. Okay, Shabab, which is very important. Okay, so you have to know what are these distractors are, including false options, changed plans, or self-corrections with the speech. I first thought, but then realized. When you were listening to Cambridge, all right, you have already listened a description of for all the pictures, right? Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All the 4 pictures were mentioned in the audio, right? But which one gives the answer for this question? This is the correct answer, right? So you have to differentiate between the correct answer and the distractors. Paraphrasing the exact words from the audio will rarely be in the question. You must listen for meaning. Actually, when you listened to, or when we gone through the Oxford, we had a question like this. There is a question about paraphrasing. Yeah, this one. Paulina says that the RFDS provides equal access to medical care. Explain in your own words what the phrase is equal access. What the phrase equal access means, according to what she said. Okay, شباب, according to what she said. So there is, or it is the paraphrasing. You know that paraphrasing is saying the same meaning, but in your own words. So while you are listening, you have to know exactly what they are saying in order to say that in your own words, especially for Oxford. Order of information. Order of information. Here, in this question, as I told you, the 4 photos were explained or were mentioned in the recording. All right. The first one was mentioned the C, right? The second one, which was mentioned, B, and the A is mentioned. All right. The order of information, but which one gives the correct answer? This is what I need to think about while I'm listening. So I need to know exactly the order of information and which choice gives the correct answer. And if there are extra information, also I need to pay attention for it. The recording will contain more details than you need. Your job is to select only the relevant information that answers the question. All right. So while you are listening to the recording, you will find that there are lots of information or extra information mentioned, but these extra information are not needed, especially when you are answering a certain question. All right, ya shabab? So here, the 3-phase method, your blueprint for success. Prepare before the recording, execute during the recording, do. Execute here means do or write or choose the correct answer. Then after the third step is to secure after the recording. So what should we do in order? This is phase 1, prepare before the recording starts. As I told you, in Oxford, they give you 5 minutes before the recordings started. Okay, so you have to read all the questions carefully. Underline the keywords. Predict the answer. For example, here in Oxford, for example, we need to predict the answers. All right, where? The question is where, right? The question is where. So all these ones are places. So all of them can be the correct answer. All of them can be the correct answer. All right. So we have to predict the answers. But if in case they are all places and is asking about the place, we have to go further. Where is Chin going to have his party? Right? The party might be at home, might be at a restaurant, might be at a hotel. All right? So while we are just doing this part, by this part, this is a very good strategy to know the answers. All right? So you have to read the questions carefully, underline the key vocabulary. For example, underline the word where as a question word and party and the Chin. Okay, so these are the all key vocabularies. Underline the key vocabularies, predict the answer. All right? Phase number 2. Listen for the meaning, not single words. Watch for paraphrasing. The speaker will use different words. Be ready for it. Okay, be ready for it. Different words. Actually, in order to be aware, in order to get the full mark and answer all the questions correctly, you have to be aware of the synonyms. You have to be fully aware of how do they paraphrase, use different words. Without this, you won't be able to get, because not exactly the same vocabulary is used in the questions or the answers will be mentioned in the recording. Okay? This is actually what makes a student gets high marks and A star, and another student cannot get this mark. Being aware of paraphrasing, being aware of vocabularies and the synonyms, the thing which makes the student be able to choose the correct answer. Okay, Shabab? For example, the word affordable. Affordable. Delayed. Okay? Use both listening strategically. First, listen, focus on understanding the overall context and getting your initial answers. All right? Then, second, listen, confirm your answers, fill in any gaps, and correct details. Also, you have to write short notes. Don't try to write full sentences while listening. And write short notes. Don't try to write full sentences while listening. Don't try to write full sentences while you are listening. Writing full sentences will make you lose the recording and where did you stop, and you will make you lose much of the information that you have already listened to or you haven't listened to. Phase number 3, secure your marks after the recording. Check spelling carefully, especially in Oxford, because in Cambridge there are no they are all choices. All right, for Cambridge they are all choices, but in Oxford they only or choose and write. Okay, so you have to check your spelling carefully, verify grammar, confirm logic. Does the answer make sense in the context of the question? A common or a quick common sense can catch errors. Okay, these are some tactics or advanced tactics. Focus on accuracy, master the gap fill, leverage the second listening, listen to attitudes. Actually, we can both use tactics for both tests, for both papers. All right, trust your instinct, ensure a full match. All right, 10 golden rules for full marks. Huh? Can anybody read, please?
Good.
Yeah. Can anybody read, please?
I could read, please.
Huh? What is the golden rule number 1?
Read question first. Always know your target.
Very good. Read questions first. This is the first thing that I have mentioned All right, read questions first. Always know your target. Okay, and also you need to read the choices. Number 2.
Predict the answer type. Engage your brain before you listen.
Very good. So read or predict the answer type. Predict the answer type. Engage your brain before you listen. Number 3.
Listen for meaning. Don't just hunt for keywords.
Again.
Listen for meaning. Don't just hunt for keywords.
Yes, listen for meaning. Don't just hunt for keywords. This is actually a very good tactic, a very good strategy. You need to know before you listen, especially for exercise number 3, which is multiple choice question, the speaker's question. Some students call it the speaker's question, right? So listen for meaning. Do not just hunt for keywords. Number 4, can anybody else read, please?
Can I?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Expect paraphrasing. The answer will be.
Can I?
Yeah.
The
The
answer
answer will be in disguise. Disguise, not clear. The answer will be disguised, not clear. Okay, not straightforward. Okay, so the word disguise
Married.
means in Arabic متنكر, يعني the answer will come in a different shape. Yeah, okay.
Married.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Can
Okay.
I read?
Ignore corrected information. Listen for the final answer after a change or correction.
Yeah. Ignore corrected information. Listen for the final answer after a change or correction. It's important, ya shabab, to listen twice, then give your answer. It is important, and my recommendation is to listen twice, then give the answers. Rule number 6.
Can I?
Yeah, go on.
Can I? Keep listening if you missed one. Don't sacrifice future marks for one past question.
Yes. What happens if I miss one of the questions? Huh? What happens if I miss one of the questions?
Move on.
Leave it and move on. Very good. It said here, do not sacrifice future marks for one past question. If you stopped, you will lose lots of coming questions. So my advice is, if you didn't get the answer for a previous question, leave it and move on. Leave it and go forward. Okay, next, who's going to read?
Can I?
Can I read?
Yeah, okay, go on.
Write clearly. If the examiner can't read it, it's wrong.
Very good. If your handwriting is important, especially in Oxford, your handwriting is important. Your handwriting is important. If your handwriting is not clear, this means that the answer for this question, even if it is the correct one, but you write the letters in a confusing way, this means that you're going to lose marks. Okay. Number 8.
Can I?
Can I read?
Yeah, okay. Go on.
Check spelling. Don't lose any marks. Don't lose easy marks to carelessness.
Yes, check spelling. Don't lose easy marks to carelessness. This is exactly, or number 7 and number 8 are related in some ways. All right, writing clearly, writing good spelling, which is very important thing. Number 9.
Can I?
Yeah.
Use the second listening wisely. It's your chance to confirm and correct.
Very good. The second listening is very important because it is the last way or the last chance for you to get the correct answer. Okay يا شباب. The session will end in seconds. Don't worry. I know it's 1 hour. It's too long, but actually والله يعني we need more time to explain lots of things related to the to both papers, but actually I know that it's too much time. Yeah. Number 10. Stay calm and confused and focused. Your mindset is your greatest tool. Okay, Shabab? Do you have any, you have the strategy? Stay calm and focused. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, all the material will be uploaded to Telegram and the YouTube channel, inshallah, after the session. And the homework, okay? Because most students didn't do the previous homeworks. So please, guys, do the homework because it is very important to do the homework, is to write the homework. So please do the homework. I need to know exactly who did the homework after the session, so you have a chance till next session, inshallah. So ya shabab, thank you so much. Have a nice time and enjoy till we meet inshallah next week on Monday. Goodbye.